What if I told you there's a company out there so radical, so extreme, it sounds like it's pulled from a science fiction novel? A place that offers its employees a life that most billionaires could only dream of, but in return, it demands a level of commitment that completely redefines the idea of work. Well, this isn't a hypothetical. This is a real venture capital firm called Big Poppa Capital. So just imagine for a second that your employer promises you a life of, total luxury and security right from day one. For the people working at Big Poppa Capital, this isn't just a promise on a brochure. It's their day-to-day reality. So what does that actually mean?
Okay, so for starters, a $1 million life insurance policy for every employee. Right off the bat, that sets a different kind of tone, doesn't it?
Then, get this, a one-time budget for your destination wedding, $100,000. Just, as long as you get married before a certain age.
And it doesn't stop there. How about 3 private charter flights every single year? And no, we're not talking about getting bumped up to business class. We are talking private jets.
I mean, the list of perks is just insane. It just keeps going. We're talking about Swedish massages every 2 weeks for you and your entire family, 5-day weekends every single month, a full year-long paid sabbatical every 5 years. This isn't just a job, right? This is someone meticulously designing your perfect life.
And this isn't just marketing fluff. The employees seem to be living it. This one tweet just sums it up perfectly. It shows this massive gap between life inside Big Poppa and life for the rest of us. But it all just screams one huge, massive question. How on earth could any company possibly afford all this?
Well, here's the catch. This paradise, it has a price, and it's not paid in money. It's earned. To get in, you have to sign something called the Founder Covenant. An absolutely intense, all-in, 8-year commitment to completely transform yourself. And when you see what's required, you start to understand the scope of these demands is just mind-boggling. This isn't like your typical corporate training. This is a total re-engineering of who you are. We're talking about becoming fluent in 12 languages, completing 4 different university programs from top-tier schools, 30 days of silent meditation every single year. Plus, you got these intense weekly fitness goals. It's a lot. And that's just the big picture. The daily discipline is where it gets really wild. Every day, employees have to make commits to a Git confessional. Think of it like a digital diary where you log your feelings and prove you're following all the rules. Add in monthly public speaking, quarterly research trips around the globe. It's a system of total, absolute commitment. The line between your work and your life, it's just gone. Okay, so how do you even manage something this complex across thousands of people? The answer is just as extreme as everything else we've seen, and it's buried deep, deep under 2 miles of Antarctic ice. Right at the center of this whole operation is an AI. Its name is Bigahi. And this is no simple chatbot. We're talking 480 billion parameters, a genius-level IQ. Bigahi is the brain. It manages everything, from tracking those daily confessions we talked about to making massive market predictions. And a godlike AI needs a godlike home, right? Bigahi runs on a secret supercomputer in Antarctica. Get this, it's more powerful than the top 10 public supercomputers on the planet. Combined, it's naturally cryo-cooled by the polar air and powered by geothermal energy from volcanoes under the ice. It's an engineering marvel that shouldn't even exist. And of course, it's a secret. But not a perfect one. As this research director notes, they can see this massive, unexplainable power drain on the grid. But when they look with a satellite, nothing. Just ice. The whole facility is completely invisible to the outside world. Okay, so a secret Antarctic AI god. That explains the how, the management. But it still doesn't explain the money. How do they actually pay for it all? Well, that answer lies in an even deeper, even more profitable secret. You see this number? $40 billion? That's the key to the whole thing. That is the annual revenue coming from Big Poppa's secret cash cow, a stealth hardware company that pretty much no one's ever heard of. The company's name is Hysenai, and what they do sounds like it's straight out of science fiction. They supposedly have this physics-defying picometer chip technology. It's so advanced that they're a stealth supplier to giants like NVIDIA, and it generates just a tidal wave of cash.
And when you look at the numbers, it all suddenly makes sense. This is where the whole puzzle clicks together. Look, even as the cost of all those insane benefits climbs into the tens of billions over a decade, that steady, massive revenue from Hysenai more than covers it. It leaves them with huge profits every year. So these unbelievable perks, they're not just sustainable, they're actually wildly profitable.
So, the how is solved. An AI god runs the show, and a secret tech company pays the bills. But, and this is a big but, when you have that much power, that much control, that much surveillance, you start to see the dark side of this utopia. You start to see the bars on the cage.
It all begins with who they hire. It's a real paradox. They apparently use AI to find people who have a high criminal capability score. They want people who can think deceptively, who can bend the rules creatively. But the very second that rule bending crosses the line into actual illegal activity, you're out, instantly. It's an incredibly fine line to walk.
And the control they have is total. You have the AI, Bimuhi, watching everything. All your messages, those daily confessionals. Then there's a mandatory faith requirement, which is a way to make sure everyone's values are aligned. And the benefits? They're so good they create this intense psychological dependence. Leaving isn't just quitting, it's financial and social suicide. You're exiling yourself from paradise. It really is a golden cage.
So, where does this all lead? What's the point of this grand, brilliant, and honestly terrifying experiment? What is Big Poppa Capital really trying to build here?
You just have to look at how they stack up against a normal VC firm. The difference is night and day. They're not looking for a quick exit in 7 to 10 years. They're on a 30-year mission. And their main goal isn't just financial returns. It's something they call national capability creation.
And the sheer scale of that vision, it's just staggering. The 10-year plan is to create a self-sustaining corporate civilization. We're talking over 1 million employees, all millionaires, generating profits that rival the GDP of a small country. They aren't building a company anymore. They're building a new kind of nation-state.
And that leaves us with the final question. You have this system that offers you heaven on earth, but in exchange, it demands your entire being. It creates these superhuman employees, but controls their every single move. So what is this? Is Big Poppa Capital forging the next stage of human evolution? Or have they just designed the most beautiful, most elegant prison ever built?